Hey there guys, today we are going to be building these heaving hoops. Make sure you check out the description below, which has a list of all the tools, materials, alternative elements which could be used to swap out for this piece, as well as any other elements which could connect to it in some way. When you're cutting these walls off of these truck tires, you want to make sure that you're getting as close to the tread as possible, because you're going to have to flip these tires inside out, and the more of a corner that you've got on those things, the harder it's going to be for you to flip them inside out. At the same time though, you've also got to be wary that if you're getting very close to that edge, the walls get much thicker and it's harder to cut. Because these truck tires are going to be much thicker, having someone else pushing down, giving pressure on that tire will just help to open up that seam, make it much easier to cut. Once you've inverted those tires, you can start cleaning them up, taking a knife to them to take off any sharp edges or corners. It can be quite difficult to flip or invert those tires, so what you want to do is make sure that you're cutting as close to the corner as possible. Once they're all nice and clean, you can pop your layer of primer on there. You want to get a really good connection when you're welding all your metal pieces. So you can grind into those metal pieces and put in some curves into them to make your supports nice and strong on the weld. You can hollow out some of those metal pieces and they'll just give you a nice strong connection like we got here. For the end pieces that we're using on our heaving hoops, you just want to make sure that you put caps on the end of those. Cut off a little bit of sheet metal and use that as a cap, weld it on and grind it up so it's nice and clean and safe. We're putting the metal posts that are going into the ground, digging those holes about 60 centimeters or 2 feet into the ground. So those metal pieces are going to be supported, having a little cross at the bottom to use as an anchor, and then we're going to cement those in to be really nice and strong. You can use a base layer of cement, pour the cement first, or if you can find them, get some rocks and you can use those as a foundation as well, as long as it's a smooth, flat and large rock. You can also use rocks to adjust the height and to make sure that the poles are running vertically. When you're putting on those metal strips that are going to be holding those tires down, you can do it all in one go if you've got enough people and big enough hammer. But another way to do it is to cut them into sections and weld them down individually. Work with the metal workers, see what you can figure out with them. If you're having trouble bending those metal strips to hold down those tires, a very clever way that we've sorted out here is to actually get a G-clamp and weld another piece onto it so that it doesn't slip when it's being tightened around that round metal pipe. So we're going to start off with doing our tack welds for this piece, and then once you've got them and everything's in place, then you can do a full weld and clean that all up with your grinder. And then we can start painting this thing like we've got here, nice bright fun colours, and that'll just liven up the whole piece. So one of the really important things with this piece is to ensure that you've got the right distances in between here. So you don't want any kids getting their heads caught in there, they got big heads. So at least 25 centimeters between all of those pieces there. So this piece is really great when you're connecting it to other pieces, so like a cubby house or other fridges or monkey bars. We just had a standalone piece for this one, so we put a little ladder there. Again, use a bit of common sense for these ones and follow the safety handbook. That'll be able to tell you what's going to work for you on your site. So this design, as well as all of our designs, are made to be used in conjunction with the free safety handbook, which is available from the website. It's just down there.
Hey, what did you think of the video? Please let us know down below in the comments. And please don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more of what Patrick's doing in India. You can go and visit playgroundideas.org, which has 150 designs and all the resources that you need to build an awesome playground. And lastly, we've got a ton more videos to watch, so check them out here.